that what you were gonna say, Frank?
No, Frank had
No, I
some
remember
one.
one time that Louis Kramer told me this one, that they were hauling a load of hay in a wagon, and the wheel either broke or fell off. So naturally, you're looking for a big log to pry it, to pry the wagon up. And Louis tells me, he says, well, you know what your dad did? He said, just get the new wheel, put it up there, I'll lift this wagon. So he got underneath it and just raised up. And he says, believe me, so help me. Your dad lifted the wagon, I put the wheel on there, and he says that he would have never believed it. But I remember another story that was doing some, remember T.O.A. Barnes?
Sure.
Movie actor, silent movies. I remember that he had a little acreage, maybe 5 acres of avocados, and he had a little trouble with his pipeline.
Next door to us.
And he couldn't do the pipe wrench. And Louis Kramer was there again. I don't know why, but anyway. They tried to loosen the pipe, and my father got a hold of the pipe, and he just, like that, Well, heck, Louis Kramer, and he went to one of those carnivals. Did you ever hear about that? And this guy was lifting the big weights. And so I guess Louis and my father had a couple of glasses of wine. And so Louis talked Daddy into going up there, and he took the old weight and threw it right off of the stage. Yeah.
You see what kind of father we had.
But he was kind of a show.
It wasn't bashful.
We had a show-off, aggressive daddy and a sweet little quiet mama.
Yeah, very, very saintly mother.
That's right.
And no one disagrees.
You should repeat that for the camera. Sounds good.
Well, what in the world I say about daddy? Was it true?
Yeah.
We had aggressive, strong, show-off, braggart, daddy.
Handsome.
Handsome was he?
Very smart.
I never looked at him. Very intelligent.
Yeah.
And Mama was the sweet little angel that was home that took care of all of us.
All the
little
brood. And would sing to us, and tell us stories.
And cook,
And
clean, and work in the field.
Yeah.
Mama was
And
out
help-
there.
And
Delores,
help me with
tell
my row, because I was one of
Oh,
the
we
little
got-
ones at one time, and she'd get through with her row, and I was still working on mine, and she'd come back and help me with my row.
Yeah, we
So
gotta
I
tell
could keep
about
up with the
Good
rest
Friday.
of them.
And our tradition of Good Friday.
Oh,
Our
yes.
tradition of Good Friday, we have to tell.
At 3 o'clock.
Dolores needs
Well,
to tell us.
that was,
Yeah.
we were just discussing that about our mother was very spiritual. She was very
She lived
proud.
it.
She was a believer in Jesus Christ. That's all there was to it. And during Easter week, spring vacation as they call it now, everyone else went to the beach, but
All the kids.
all the high school and
Our
college kids went to the beach for the week. But we got our tan hoeing weeds and
Of course, it was a church
suckering corn and hoeing tomatoes. And I never got punished for cutting a tomato right at its base, but
That happened too.
I felt very badly about it. But at 3 o'clock on Good Friday, she would always, after lunch, we were still working. She didn't let us stop working, but we were all silent at that time. We were not allowed to be the silly, giggly people that we often were. And then at 3 o'clock, we all knelt and we prayed. And then we went back to work. But it was
Why?
for our Lord's crucifixion.
Crucifixion, Good Friday. He
Good
died at 3
Friday. This
o'clock.
was
Friday.
Good Friday crucifixion.
Why she picked 3 o'clock, I don't know.
We
But then I would
We
say
do.
also that if we were facing the east and we prayed, maybe we'd have a little background of where we come from. We might be related to the Arabs.
No, but of course, the reason for the 3 o'clock was because
That's when they do
that we were always taught that the crucifixion began at 12 and
Right,
died.
right.
Our Lord
Died
died at 3, and so that was the reason for the silence and then the prayer.
Did you pray the rosary every night?
No,
No.
together as a family.
Not as a group.
Periodically during our lives,
But
yes.
she did. Mama prayed the rosary nearly all of her life. Maybe there was sometimes she didn't when she was raising all of us and didn't have time or was too tired. But she always had a rosary in her pocket in her later years. She always prayed the rosary. Very, very important to her.
But the family did not, as a family.
She taught it to us, but we didn't as a family, no. It was too
Just
hard
too
to
long
collect
enough.
us all.
So that was a concession to America.
Yeah.
Right.
Because in the old country, you have to do this every night.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah. My mother used to say that her best sleeps were local shore neck, were while praying the rosary.
Yeah, so that's
Because she was exhausted at the end of the night.
I can guess you
Your
told me.
dad,
I know. I wouldn't want to go with her. And then by the time she got through with the rosary, she had already taken a nap, didn't feel like going to bed.
Then she get up and work, huh?
Your mother alive?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Wonderful.
93.
That's what you told me, that's how long you expect to live.
How about your father?
My father's dead.
And do you go see her very often?
Oh, I need to go see
need
right
to
now.
Good. You
Right
need to
now,
go.
about 4 years now.
No, you need to go. It's
Yeah.
way overdue. Yeah. Yeah. And that's, you have, how many sisters did you have? 4 sisters?
More than you. 8.
Eight
Eight.
sisters? I thought it was 8 brothers. 8
5
sisters.
brothers.
So
Five
13, including yourself.
No, 12.
Oh, 12. 5.
5 boys and,
8. Did I say 8?
yeah.
7 maybe.
Yes. Yeah, I was thinking. That's right.
Yeah. She raised 14, and then one died 6 months. Was Bikia, twin,
Oh.
and the other daughter died when she was 7 because she fell off the upper part of the where the hay loft, and she fell off, and then she died soon after. So, but we're still 7. I mean 12.
There was another interesting thing that Catherine and I probably remember. Mama used to talk about in California they didn't build houses too strong, and we didn't have a mansion for a home by any means. Mama used to say, "Oh, Francian," but what you see, 3 feet, the walls were 3 feet or 2 feet or something like that. And she'd talk about that to us, about how in the winter it was warmer, in the summer it kept it cool. But these Californians sure did not know how to build houses.
We were called Americanos.
Americans did not know how to build houses.
But like you said, it had to be cold in their homes because all they had was a fireplace to heat with, right?
But they had
And then
they had a chute to the second floor though.
Yeah. But even at that, their winters are very cold.
They're damp, but not cold. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether we've said everything we can think
Yeah.
of or not.
I was going to ask what being sisters has meant to you. And this is a hard thing to focus on, but maybe if you can think of something.
It's meant an awful lot to us, our sisters. I remember telling my mother, "Mama, you never did give us any money. You didn't leave us. You aren't going to be able to leave us any money. But my greatest wealth is all our brothers and sisters, especially the sisters at that time."
Oh, you're Frank, so we have to say brothers.
I heard that.
Well, what we do, one thing that we do really for Mama originally is on Christmas Day, all of us, there's too many of us with our individual families to get together at Christmas time. So each of our families has our own meals at home, and Christmas night, everybody is to come to my house.
Yeah.
And that was for
It's
Mama.
good in-
So
open
Mama
house.
could see every one of her kids on Christmas. So we still do it. Mama's been gone 20 years, but
We still get
doors
together.
are open at our house every Christmas night for everybody in the area. And then as far as we sisters are concerned, and all the children, although the children don't do it, after Mass every Sunday, we all live in different towns, and after Mass every Sunday, we get together at someone's house so that we can visit for a couple of hours together.
And have our meetings.
And we go alphabetically. go alphabetically to each other's houses.
And we furnish. a
So we
room.
can be organized.
Yeah.
We furnish the dessert and
And
we.
no one tries to outdo anyone else. They want to
Definitely
keep
do
it
that.
simple.
My two daughters
What
often
about
do
the
that,
Baptist
yes.
mass on the week after Easter?
Oh,
That's
yeah, that's
getting
another
to be
thing
kind
we
of a
do.
tradition.
You
too.
tell that one, Gracie.
Well, I mean, week after Easter, you can help me.
Yeah.
There's a missionary comes to Chino and gives, I think he comes mainly dairy,
He comes
farming.
for all of the western United
Yeah.
States Basque people.
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
they're in
maybe you know
Chino, I
him.
think it's.
Yeah.
This
I
happens
met
to
the
be
new
in
one.
Chino.
Have you met the new one?
Yeah.
I think so, very
Yeah.
charming. man.
Luis I bet he's, I don't remember his name.
Está aqui doido. Vai na...
I saw it written the other day and I can't remember what it is.
Está aqui de cena.
Basic, very nice, isn't
But
it?
Mhm.
we sisters all try to go there for the mass. I think I didn't make it this year because I'm so far away and I didn't have a car, but I try to go, and it's mostly in memory of my mother too.
Yeah, and it's all in Basque, and
Oh,
now they're
it's
adding
so
English to
thrilled.
it. They're adding English too, to it, but it started out all in Basque. Some years ago, Mama was living.
The trumpets.
Oh, yeah, all of that, like those
Yeah,
the
the
marching,
drums.
the noise,
Drums.
at the elevation and the entrance and the end, we have a, what do they call that? There's a name for those people. Maybe you know, shoot, I can't think of the name, maybe
may
you
know.
know. They play
It's a bugle, isn't it?
they play instruments and they march in. Oh, I can't think of the name.
Anyway,
They've
that's
got a
it.
name.
They would wake anybody up.
That doesn't happen in your, in your area?
No, no.
Well, they do this here, they make it real loud, and any of the little American kids on the
And they're
door.
dressed in their red berets and their white
Yeah.
pants and their.
Danzari?
No,
pardon
something
me?
else.
Are you talking about Danzari?
No, no,
They carry a
they're
flag.
something else, and they've got a name, and I know.
Clicaria?
Clica. Clica. And they sort of, when we first realized, we didn't know what they were gonna do, and my goodness, they were loud. They were so loud, and one of Dolores' little boys went like this.
My husband was a
That's a
non-Catholic
number of
until
years ago.
last, and he used to go with me, and he used to get the biggest kick out of that, because they made so much noise.
Well, it was reverend.
Because nobody's gonna sleep through that.
No, there wasn't anybody asleep.
But we just love to read the Basque words and make them out in the mass. And every year you think you get just a little bit more, understand just a little bit more. I've been away so long that my Basque has to creep back. And but we just thoroughly enjoy it. After that, we usually go to Midge's house, and she gives us a sandwich and dessert, and we admire her roses that day, because that's the
It's
day
always
the
spring.
roses are beautiful.
It's always the Sunday after Easter.
So you take turns, that's pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
Like, you know, what it is to have sisters. I know I had a very close friend in nurses training, and she moved away and came back into the area, and she said she was becoming involved in many different things because she needed social outlets. And I said, gosh, I don't need any of those. She says, you don't, because you have your sisters. And I always think about her.
That's what I
Because
meant,
we
Frank.
have our sisters,
I know
and
you.
we feel so
We
fortunate.
always
forgive
welcome
you
you,
before you
we
said it.
welcome always, Frank. But,
Well,
you
you
are
were
our
our
sister.
That's the reason they tried to put a dress on it. They
Yeah,
wanted
he
to
was
make
our
it-
pet. Sure,
Yeah.
he was our
That's
pet.
why I'm sitting on this side of the table rather than over there.
You can't win, you know, you gotta be on your toes with these people all the time.
We
So
have one
get
You've been
you-
quiet too long, haven't you, Bill?
Pardon?
You've been quiet too long.
Probably.
We have one sister in San Jose, but she doesn't seem to like to come. She's some sister-
well.
She's not as well.
Well, I think the sisters have meant differently to me than they did some of the others, because I was born to my mother when she was 43, and she was almost like a grandmother to me in the fact that she stayed home all the time. And whenever, you know, the PTA meetings or any other social event came along, my big sister Catherine, it's me, helped me. And Grace and Catherine and Angie, all of them sewed for me while my mother was so very busy, and I feel like I have an extra special feeling towards my sisters, and they always brought me gifts, and they took me. My father passed away when I was 15, and even before that, he was ill a lot, and they all took me. They even took me on dates. I had to go in the house immediately as soon as.
I wanna hear that.
It's true. we were talking the other day about skating, remember? And I said, oh yeah, I used to go skating with Sonny and Mariana. I mean, it's the truth. They treated me beautifully. And to this day, I always tell everybody my two very best friends are Midge and my niece Janice, that is Catherine's oldest daughter, that is about the same age difference to me as Midge. Janice is just a little younger, but she's like another sister, and Midge. And I said, because if I ever have a sadness or a thrill, they are the first two I call.